The same way we begin all these unmarked locations in Far Harbour, we're swimming. Now, this is Jericho Bay, where we'll find several really cool sights. First things first, we've got to drain the water. Doing so, we'll let my character slowly drift away as we investigate. We've got a little skeleton underneath here. He's holding a fusion core in his hands. We didn't see an awful lot of things like this. I don't know if it was hard to implement or they didn't want to do it in too many places, but skeletons holding objects have to be one of the best bits of storytelling you can find. Now, why this particular one has a fusion core is up for debate. Beside him is possibly an explosive box. We'll have a little look. Then we can see the remains of another boat up here. Possibly his friend. Well, they both didn't have too much of a good time. There is another box. More skeletons. It seems these 3 ships, or maybe just the 2 vessels, rammed in to this little bit of rock. Or rammed into each other. It's to kind of give you the illusion that they did hit one another. And then we have another tugboat up here. But this one's actually missing the top of it, which you could say is that bit. But this looks like it's a separate boat altogether. Going underneath the map, though, it's just the 2 pieces. So I guess they can clip that on to any boat if they need to. Yeah, it's cool enough. Going into this one, there's lots and lots of boxes to collect. So we'll see what's in each of these. Possibly a boat that was supplying the nucleus or Fringe Cove docks military. Then we've got a little Vault Tech guy just lying here. Someone did tell me that the Vault Tech clothes are the way they are because it's just the way it's randomly generated. But I like to think that a lot of Vault Tech scientists found themselves in positions like this because some of them knew what was going to happen and therefore tried to, get away from it all. Now, heading a little further south, you can find a little steamer trunk just sitting on its own. Not too much else going on with it. I'll show you exactly where it is on the map, though. So these 4 locations all linked together to create quite the cool sight. Now let's get back to my guy here who's floating away. And we're going to go for a swim. Some of you may have noted this boat from earlier. Wee trader with a desk fan. He's also got a little chem cooler in here. Some bloatfly meat. The ship hit the rock and that's pretty much all she wrote for him. Swim back over. You can get the fusion core off this skeleton. So, if you want a particularly nice trophy, there it is. And it is an explosive box. Are the rest of the cases up here explosive box? They are. What about this one? Woohoo! Tell you what, Jericho Bay is big for explosives. Now, this other tugboat that you can see just sticking out of the water, again, has a few cases on it. Let's turn our light on so we can see a wee bit more underneath the water. Okay, that's some nice items. The second level's where you can find even more crates. Yep, both explosives. Definitely was on its way to the military base nearby, I would say. I have said this, I believe Fringe Cove Docks was indeed a military base, and they were using it to maybe supply the likes of the nucleus if the ships didn't go the whole way up to it. So that would make sense. You wouldn't want too much activity near a submarine base. So where are we? Just beside Haddock Cove. So a lot going on with the Mirelurks and obviously them killing everyone in Haddock Cove. It's a cool big story attached to it. So this is just off the coast near Red Death Island. The steamer trunk I said I would get you the location of. Let's go. So if you want more or less the exact coordinates, it's here. So you can see Red Death Island and Haddock Cove, and if you go down 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, and 1 square across, right at the intersection, you should be able to dive right down, and yep, just a random assortment of items, weapons, armor, money, and other things. So if that's something that tickles your fancy, be sure to visit it. There are a few things inland now. We've spent so long going outside the map border around here that now we're going to push inland, find a few interesting stories between Fringe Cove Docks and Haddock Cove, before eventually pushing further up towards Rock Point Camp, eventually hitting Rayburn Point and up to a massive treasure trove of locations here that you normally can't access. So exciting times ahead. I'll see you all over there. Thank you for watching.